other issues around the park are becoming a bit apparent this year. And yeah, it's really cool. Oh. There we go. Because to cut a long story short, my sausage got rejected. It is Saturday the 7th of March 2026, aka opening day 2026 at Blackpool Pleasure Beach for their 130th operational season. This place has been open since 1896 and we got a massive year for the park coming up with Aviktas behind the opening and whatnot. But yeah, today is about getting back in the park, getting on a few rides here and there that we haven't been on yet for months, such as obviously Icon and Big One, but also obviously seeing some familiar faces. That's a big part of opening weekend. So there won't be a ton of rides, but we'll get you all the updates as well. Hopefully see Aviktas testing on park for the first time. If you've watched some of my other videos on the channel, you know that Pleasure Beach has had a bit of a rocky week leading up to its opening, and just obviously seen the website as well. But yeah, we'll talk about that as and when we go. But I think without further ado, we're going to get in the park. Okay, we're now on park and it's an incredibly busy opening day, I have to say. Probably one of the busiest I've ever seen, and I think the touch wood, and we're stood next to a wooden coaster, so that's an appropriate thing to say. I think the nice weather has played a big part in that, but I think we'll get the negatives out of the way while we're here. If we spin round, it was put on the planned maintenance page on the website yesterday that Grand National is going to be closed until June. They've not specified a date or anything, but that's very confusing because the trains were back in the station when we came for the Nickelodeon land only days in February half term. So it's kind of like, why is it closed for? And I mean, it's very downhill from the way they communicated last year. They've sort of just slipped it on the plan maintenance page on the website, which is okay, but considering last year they gave a really transparent statement about the park's future and stuff, and they obviously mentioned Grand National in that because it was closed last year as well for some track replacement. They've gone very downhill. I presume it's closed for track replacement again, but we don't know because they haven't given a reason why it's closed. So yeah, a bit disappointing that. Hopefully they do improve the communication. Not a very good week that, with the no more free carer tickets. Like, you have to pay £25 for that. I did a video about that. And the Easy Pass, if you're adding extra people to that, that's increased to £10. Like, check out the video if you don't know what I mean. So yeah, it's great with Aviktas and stuff. We're getting on well with that, and I'm sure we'll cover that later. But other issues around the park are becoming a bit apparent this year. There we go, guys. We're just walking past Aviktas. A little bit difficult as we're on a slant, but it looks really cool on park.
That one's awesome.
Hopefully that tests at some point this weekend. I really hope so. But yeah, the first time seeing the emblem from this angle. Obviously we couldn't come up here on the February half term days, and yeah, it's really cool. Oh. There we go. Alright, we've just done Icon, which was running very well. I mean, it never runs bad these days.
I think that's where I stop watching.
What are you laughing at? Oh god, it's going to be a nightmare to film. But yeah, Enzo's £15 this month. So, I mean £5, sorry. So if you want to do Enzo,
sorry,
it's £33. Or sorry, 66%. Oh, I can't concentrate. 2/3 cheaper than it was normally. So yeah, now is the perfect time to do it. I'll definitely do it this month because I've only ever done it twice. But yeah, it's cool to see that it's a lot cheaper than before. The queue though is massive, obviously because of that, but it is good to see.
It's good that it's working.
Yeah, yeah. As I covered in my Nickelodeon Land vlog a few weeks ago, Dora's World Voyage is closed until Easter because they are replacing some of the trough. And hopefully when they do that, they also replace the speakers in the boats, because Dora hasn't been singing on that ride for about 3 years now, which, well, that's the whole point of it. It's meant to teach different languages, so hopefully they fix that as well. I doubt they will though somehow, but yeah, unfortunately we won't be getting on that for a good few weeks yet. Another ride that is closed for the start of the season is Valhalla over here. As you can see, it's full of scaffolding. No, it's not, Emily, it's not.
Sorry,
Good start.
I had to say it.
Yeah, we are with her today. I don't think she's been in the vlog yet.
Can I have a rant?
Right, what?
I need to rant about the big one in your vlog at some point.
I forgot to mention we did that.
I really need... I'm so angry.
Right, well, say your thoughts about the big one now, because we just done it.
basically, the big one, obviously, in 2023, you didn't have to do this barrier cattle pen queue line.
No, they
thing.
changed it to the easy pass.
Yeah.
People just cut through to the air
Yeah.
gates.
But now, you've got to do it, and I have to say, it doesn't matter what disability you've got, trying to access that queue line is impossible. And
It
with
is.
one train service on, it's I'm sorry, Pleasure Beach, I've got to say it, it's a disorganised mess.
It is.
What, I mean, did you want to add to that, Ben? Because I could go on, but if I go on, this vlog will be 10 hours long.
I think you pretty much summed it up there, but yeah. Yeah, thank you, Emily, because I forgot to mention we did big one, but yeah, it was running well. But Valhalla over here, covered in scaffolding, and it's another one they put on the plan maintenance page yesterday. It's going to be closed till the 20th of May. Now that is a Wednesday, and Pleasure Beach like a Wednesday opening for sort of new things, because this, when it finished its reimagining, opened on a Wednesday. And also Launchpad over here, which is just going up, or is on its cycle rather, opened on a Wednesday as well. So could Aviktas open on Wednesday the 20th of May? We'll have to wait and see. I'm sure it won't be too long, or it shouldn't be until we find out. I'm hoping we find out at the season launch event that Pleasure Beach do every year, which is in a couple of weeks' time, at the start of the season every year, where they invite all the influencers down and just have a bit of a talk about what to expect for this season, but we'll have to see what happens.
2 hours later.
Right, it's been rather a while since I've filmed. I think last time I filmed we were by Valhalla, about to go on Launchpad, which broke. So we went in a Kiss Me Quick shop instead, bumped into the lovely Jack Silkstone, Archie, and I think Isaac was there too. Or was Kieran there as well? I don't know. Like, it was mostly, but it was mostly Jack and Archie we spoke to. And we made jokes about stitches and all that jazz, Fright nights. And yeah, it was a nice conversation. We then had dinner, and we bumped into a few more people, like Coaster Buddy again, who we first met at the Nickelodeon Land Only days. But because we just had lunch, it means it's time for
Fast Food Net.
Hello and welcome back to Fast Food Net, bringing you everything fast food related in the UK and beyond via the internet. We were going to eat at Burger King, but it was rammed, so we didn't. Instead, we ate over there at the FY4 Chippy. Basically, it was a bit of a disappointing meal at the FY4 Chippy, because to cut a long story short, my sausage got rejected. I went up to the lovely woman working on the chippy, and asked her if I could have sausage, chips and a Fanta, and she said, "I'm sorry, we don't do sausage here anymore." Like, what kind of chippy doesn't do sausage? Like, sure you could get a sausage at any chippy, right? But clearly not. I don't know what them two were laughing at. But yeah, it's like, oh, and so I was like, alright, I'll just have chips then. So it saved me a bit of money, but I wasn't a big fan. And then, you know, she was even nicer. She apologised that it'd take a while. To be fair to her, it didn't take too long. It seemed they were a bit understaffed there, but yeah, so it was a lovely experience, but it's just a shame I didn't get the sausage that I wanted. But the chips were nice. I give it, I guess, a 7 out of 10. What did you have, Josh?
I had chips, cheese and gravy.
Wonderful.
And it was good, yeah. It was warm this morning, and then it felt like the temperature dropped as soon as we decided to eat somewhere outside.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
just
That
cooled
was
down very
unfortunate.
quickly, didn't it?
But yeah, 7 out of 10, it was alright.
And what did you have?
I had
I love
chips
the
and
chippy.
gravy. My
Chips and gravy.
complaint is the fact that it was wooden cutlery. I said on Josh's vlog, I'm a fan of wooden coasters, not wooden cutlery. I would maybe give it 6 out of 10. It was alright, but like, I've had better chips.
Yeah, it's a shame that the wooden coaster there is closed, but the wooden cutlery is still around, eh? Alright guys, a little update. There used to be a fortune teller in here, we never covered it. If you look on here where we are, sort of opposite Wallace and Gromit area, on the overpass, they've got like restaurants over there. Yeah, basically it's gone, so if you want to get your fortune told at Pleasure Beach, I personally never did it, you can no longer do so.
Or just buy a Chinese and get some fortune cookies.
Fair enough.
It's a lot cheaper.
I used to
no,
get
it's not.
fortune cookies in Animal Crossing New Leaf back in the day. They were brilliant. Yeah, so yeah, it's a shame about that, I guess. I don't know what they'll replace it with, or if it'll come back in the future, we'll have to see. Got about half an hour left of the day now, it's flying by, but yeah, we just did Wallace and Gromit. Emily's first time seeing the new scenes, I think she enjoyed them. And yeah, we're just chilling in the Bradley and Bella's learning garden, or the extended bit, I should say, of it, since the Grand Prix got demolished. What did you think of the new scenes, Emily?
Do you know what? It's not major changes, but I thought overall they're nice little touches. It's nice to see them putting in the effort to touch up the ride, and I thought they were really nice.
Fair enough, cool. But yeah, guess we'll see what happens. Maybe do another ride or two. It's very busy today, as I said before, so yeah, we'll just see. Alright then, we've just been on Launchpad, which was, you know, a really good ride, still running very well. I've always said that you didn't feel too much difference when that first opened after the reimagining, but like now it just seems to ride really well consistently. Lovely pop of air time, the top of there. Stood here by a closed ride, and yeah, just to say it's been a very good day today. There doesn't seem to have been a ton of breakdowns or anything like that. It seems the park's been running pretty well. The weather's been nice. It's been great to see people again and just generally get back in the park. But as I'm sure you can imagine, that sort of brings us to the end of opening day. I apologise, this vlog has been a bit all over the place. I haven't filmed a ton, but obviously...
Can I just point out, if you're staying at the Boulevard Hotel, you can go into the park early. I don't know if it's just me, but I've just had a text saying that you actually can't exit through the entrance.
You can't exit through...
You can't exit. As to where we came into the park earlier this morning,
right,
you actually now can't exit through there.
Oh, so does that mean we're going to have to walk out North Park all the way around?
And check your information, because sometimes I don't know what's up with it. I don't know if you really need to leave at a specific time. I don't know how lenient they are.
I think if
you've got to be on it.
Yeah, and what I know they do is if you have if you go on Pleasure Beach Express half an hour before the park closes, you can sort of exit. There's like a boulevard station halfway around, and you just inform the staff and you can exit there and go into the hotel. But it's a shame you can't.
Obviously that means you've got to leave park early, which a lot of people won't want to do. Well,
exactly. So yeah, not the best. In case you hadn't already realised, Emily's staying in the boulevards for opening weekends. But yeah, as for all the park stuff, that's everything I have to say. It's unfortunate though that Aviktas didn't actually test today, but no worries, because you can see that on the right side of your screen. Check out the video where we came up last week and watched that test from the promenade. Click the icon on the left side of your screen to subscribe to the channel for more things theme park related in the UK and beyond. I'm Ben, you've been watching ThrillNet, and I'll catch you again soon.